Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Good morning guys, the t-shirt says it all. Now from the BMW X5 to this beautiful Porsche Makhan S, of course it is a namesake SUV. I say it's a namesake SUV because it's more sports car than SUV, although it's also capable off-road, but that car can really corner a lot. So today and tomorrow we're going to be driving the Porsche Makhan S, and it looks a lot like the Cayenne. In fact, it looks a lot like the older Makhan as well, and inside it is absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do is straight away we're going to get going, and let me show you the interior of the car. It is loaded, and trust me, it's loaded with so many buttons. Like the center console is extremely busy, but no matter how busy it looks, it's absolutely mind-boggling. It's somehow very easy. It says Makhan S there with a beautiful logo design of the body of the car. Just check this out. Now although this is a facelift, the facelift is actually quite minor, and the only way you can immediately say that this is the facelift version of the Makhan is by looking at the tail light, because it has this continuous running treatment, like from here till there it just keeps running. It looks like a baby Cayenne. In fact, you know what was the code name for the Makhan? It was Cajun, C-A-J-U-N. C-A for Cayenne, J-U-N for Junior. So this is of course the Cayenne Junior. And from the side, yes, it's not very long as such, you see, but it is absolutely sporty. Interior room is a bit compromised, certainly, especially at the rear, but the design, look at the design. A nice lunch later. Now the plan is very simple: go on for a drive in the Makhan, do some dynamic testing, and of course do the driving vlog as well. You can see the balloon in the background. Yep. Right now what you're doing is just finishing the photo shoot. I've changed clothes obviously, and after that we're gonna go and do the driving vlog. Not tense at all, because I've driven this car earlier on the racetrack, both the Makhan as well as the Makhan S, the facelifted version. It really drives like a sports car. I mean, it looks like an SUV, they call it an SUV, it's capable off-road, but it seriously drives really well on the road. What a beauty, what a lovely car. Love the lights, love the new Porsche lights. In fact, let me show them to you right now. Pardon, the car is a little dirty, obviously because of the rains, and it doesn't rain continuously, it's on-off rain. Once it rains, then it stops raining, now it starts raining again. And there, the rear is so freaking beautiful. It's a Cayenne. It is an absolute Cayenne in a smaller package. You can call it Cayenne and Cayenne Plus, maybe. Bolo.
Chalo, khicho.
Okay, go now. You stand first, then I'll khicho.
You have to go.
Turn करना, turn करो. नागिन की तरह क्यों निकाली ज़बान? Keep your tongue in.
इन्हीं तो है. शूज के साथ बैठ जाओ. आओ.
वैसे मत बैठो, पैर लटकाओ बाहर.
ये डेनिम गंदी हो जाएगी.
और बैठो बूट में गाड़ियों के. किसने बोला था बैठने के लिए?
आगे नहीं बैठ सकते, पीछे नहीं बैठ सकते, दिक्कत है यार. वो लिटरली.
So right now when I'm driving the Porsche Makhan S, I just feel that why is it even called an SUV? It's not an SUV because Porsche has taken sport really very seriously in SUV. This car drives like a proper sports car. Trust me, this is by far the best handling SUV in the world. It just has so much traction on offer, so much grip, in spite of the fact that this is actually based on the first generation Audi Q5 platform. Yes, that's right, it's based on the first generation Audi Q5 platform, because this was launched in 2014. It got a facelift earlier this year. So it is an old car in terms of chassis, because the new Q5 obviously feels much better to drive compared to its predecessor. However, the Makhan still drives better than the new Q5 because it's just so well set up. In fact, the heart of the matter here happens to be the 3-liter V6 motor, which produces 354 horsepower and 480 Newton meters of torque. And there is a Sport Chrono package which also gives you launch control, and with that it goes from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 5.1 seconds, an improvement of 0.1 seconds The top speed happens to be 254 kilometers per hour. That's why I was getting confused between the top speed as well as, of course, the power output from this 3-liter V6 motor. Now, as we are driving, just news has come out that Porsche has unveiled the Makhan Turbo, which will also be launched in India. First and foremost, the turbo name is a big misnomer because every version of the Makhan uses a turbocharged engine. And earlier, you used to get a 3.6-liter unit, a 6-cylinder unit with the Makhan Turbo. That has been dropped in lieu of a 2.9-liter 6-cylinder unit, which comes from the Audi RS5, producing around 450 horsepower and doing 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 4.5 seconds. That's blisteringly quick. But you know, this car weighs slightly more than the Audi. However, I believe, you know, Porsche will get handling better than an RS5, even though the body styles are completely different. That is the level of precision in terms of setting up the suspension, the steering, the chassis, the balance, the grip, the tires, everything here. Trust me, the steering offers a lot of feel and feedback. It is supremely feelsome, supremely responsive. What a beautifully engineered vehicle in terms of driving feel, and yet it can also go off-road. That is by far the best thing about this vehicle. Now, it is pouring like crazy. Even if I turn off traction control, no problem at all. This system is so advanced, it's so advanced, the all-wheel drive system, that it can channel up to 100% of torque to either of the axles. And in spite of it raining so badly and so madly, let's just get into Sport Plus right now. If we got into Sport Plus, there are 4 driving modes on offer. If I slot this left, then I get into manual mode, but I'll not do that. I'm happy with Sport Plus for the moment. And you know, there's this overboost function which actually works for 20 seconds. So when I press this button, what it does is that it will show me sport response. It shows me sport response on that display, and it will give me an overboost for around 20 seconds. That's an additional punch, making the acceleration and performance even brisker. Of course, Porsche has altogether dropped the diesel from all its cars. Actually, there were only 3 cars which are getting the diesel: the Cayenne, the Panamera, as well as the Makhan. But there's no diesel on offer. That's the reason why they actually launched the Makhan S right from get-go. This car cost almost rupees 1 crore on road Mumbai, which might sound pricey considering the space on offer, but as far as driving feel goes, I will take this over the 718 because at the end of the day, at least this car is practical enough to be used daily. Now we will get into the sport response, and here we go. Hard onto the gas, and there, the punch is really hard and fast. It pushes like crazy, pulls relentlessly, and the traction levels are also very great. Neha, can you turn the camera please now? Cut it. Had a real amazing time driving the Makhan, and there it is, the car. Now the thing is that I'm going to be driving it tomorrow as well. Shooting has become a little difficult for me because every time you corner, the car is made for cornering, and every time you corner, now the camera flies from here to there because उसमें वो mic भी लगा है नीचे, tripod लगा है नीचे. तो इस vlog को यहाँ पे खत्म करते हैं, and I will just focus on extracting the most out of this vehicle to understand, is it the best SUV in the world as far as handling and dynamics go? And I certainly feel it is easily the best handling SUV in the world. In spite of this 2000 kgs weight, you can't feel any of it at all. So guys, if you like this video, you know what you have to do. Give it the thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and out goes the Makhan. In comes the Mercedes-AMG GLE 43 Coupe Bimatic, no 4matic, bi-turbo. Yes, it's the orange art edition. Looks stunning, but the car is kind of old, so interior and everything is kind of old. So let's quickly go on a drive and let me tell you a bit about this beautiful Mercedes car. Although it's kind of sporty, kind of hate it or love it from the rear, because it is after all a BMW X6 rival, and the BMW X6 rival means that it's an SUV coupe. Do you really like an SUV coupe, or you prefer something like this? The Motorbeam project car. Anyways, let's get driving. So first and foremost, thing is that this is not a proper AMG, and it produces 362 horsepower and 520 Newton meters of torque. It's a wide torque band from 1800 RPM all the way to 4000 RPM, so good amount of mid-range punch, but no certain kick in the pants feel as such. Although for an AMG the sound could have been better, but it's still loud enough. Like right now I'm driving it very comfortably in comfort mode. Actually, when I shift to, you know, Sport Plus, okay, things change. Okay, I don't know if you can hear that, but it pops, it cracks, it there's a pushback on upshifts as well. And most importantly, the steering way is better. The suspension actually squats down to get the car closer to the road in order to give it better ride and handling balance as well. And it just feels so much better to drive in sport mode. Why do we even have comfort mode? Thankfully, we do not have any Eco Pro mode. If I get into throttle, it sounds really nice as long as your ears are really active. Yeah, it has this and that really sounds very nice, and it is very aggressive also. In Sport Plus mode is supremely aggressive to get the downshifts done. It blips the throttle on downshift. That is how great it is. So here's the thing, that it's dry today, which is a good thing, and the sun is out as well. Car looks really, love it or absolutely hate it from the rear. I absolutely love it too. But I'm having a severe headache right now. Like, the headache is very, very severe. So I'm just going to wrap up the shoot, go home, take a nap, sleep, and then hit the gym tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow only, because today I have to edit a big fat vlog as well. So that is the plan. And if you like this video, you know what you have to do. Give it a thumbs up. That's a like button. And also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye-bye.
Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake?